Hey, what's up guys? Phil here from Inspire Fitness. Welcome back to the channel. So we have another fun recipe for you guys today. We got onigiri, but we're going to be packing it with protein in this recipe. We're also going to be meal prepping it for the week, so let's get cooking up, guys. Onigiri is definitely one of my favorite Japanese foods. However, I always feel like it could use some more protein, so we decided to pack today's recipe with a ton of tuna and chicken so we can get a better balance of macronutrients for this dish. So the ingredient list will be down in the description below, so make sure you get everything before you start this recipe. So let's start off today's recipe with a pound of chicken breast, 2 cups of white rice, a packet of roasted seaweed paper, 2 tablespoons of memi, which is this really sweet soup base, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 tablespoon of rice wine, 1 tablespoon of monk fruit sweetener, a little bit of salt and pepper, half a cup of furikake, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and we forgot to film it, but we also have half a cup of kimchi and 1 packet of canned tuna to finish. So let's start here by prepping our chicken. This is actually a mistake that we made, which made it harder to stuff the onigiri down the line. So do as we say and don't do as we do for the prep here. We ended up cutting the chicken until it was minced chicken instead of making them into nuggets here. When you prep the chicken yourself, make sure you go for a 1-inch nugget so you can easily stuff these inside the onigiri when it comes time to make them. Let's add some salt and pepper to season and set aside so we can make the marinade next. So now let's make the marinade by adding in 2 tablespoons of memi. You can also just use soy sauce here, 2 tablespoons of water, 1 tablespoon of mirin, 1 teaspoon of rice wine, and 1 tablespoon of monk fruit sweetener to just finish. Just mix it all up and we're good to go for cooking. As for the cooking, let's start off by heating the pan to medium and adding in the marinade so we can burn off some of the rice wine in there. This will mellow out the strong flavors from the rice wine and will leave a subtle hint of flavor rather than a ton of bitterness. Just a little bit is fine here. Once you see some bubbles forming, let's add in the chicken and cook for around 10 minutes or so. Make sure to use a wooden spoon so we can incorporate all that sauce into the chicken and disperse the flavor evenly throughout all the pieces. Remember, make sure not to mince up your chicken like we did and go for big nuggets so you can easily fit it inside the center of the onigiri down the line. Make sure everything is fully cooked and let's get on to the kimchi and tuna portion. As for the kimchi tuna filling, let's start off by adding 1 teaspoon of oil into a medium heat pan. Then let's add in a half a cup of kimchi and a little bit of sesame oil for flavor. Then we want to add in 1 packet of tuna and a little bit of monk fruit sweetener to finish. Just mix it all up and we're done with the cooking portion of this dish. So now let's get on to pressing our onigiri into shape. Having the onigiri frames really helps out with this process, so we'll make sure to link them down in the description. If you don't have one of these, we'll show you how you can just use a bowl instead. So let's start off by adding in a small layer of rice right into the frame. Make sure your spoon is wet or else it'll be really hard to fill the frame in with rice. After the layer of rice is filled into place, let's add in the chicken we made from earlier and then cover with another layer of rice. Make sure you put at least 2 ounces of chicken into one of these like we did so we can maximize the protein per serving. Then you just want to get the lid and squish the rice into the frame, and there you go, you get this awesome onigiri that looks like the real stuff. Just put some seaweed on the bottom of it and you're good to go. So now let's learn how to just use a bowl. With some gloves on your hands, just get a handful of rice and smush it inside the bowl so it forms a rice patty. Then we want to add as much filling as we can and then shape it into a ball while simultaneously covering all the filling by making sure we enclose 2 sides together evenly. Then just roll it up inside your hands and then shape it into that classic onigiri shape. You won't get as perfect of a shape like the frames get you, but they're definitely good enough. Let's finish up by coating these with furikake on each of the sides. This makes it look nice and it adds a ton of sweet and savory flavors to the dish. Onigiri without this is, in my opinion, pretty bland, even with the filling, so some seasoning from the furikake is a very welcome addition. And there you go, you get this awesome onigiri dish that is packed with protein, and it's so much better than a little nibble of chicken that you can find in some of the convenience stores when you buy onigiri usually. So that is really it for the recipe, guys. We filmed a little outro where I can actually eat these and go over how to reheat them. Make sure to let us know if you guys tried out this recipe and enjoy this little mukbang that I filmed. So it's time for my favorite part about making these videos is actually tasting the food. My mom made these, so I kind of helped out on the side and I can't wait to eat this. I'm gonna try the teriyaki chicken one first. It kind of broke apart a bit, but yeah, we put a lot of protein in here. I think about like 1 or 2 ounces of like chicken. And we try to put like 1 ounce of at least tuna in there as well. So here goes nothing. Oh yeah. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten all day. I just got back from work. The thing about onigiri for me is that a lot of time when I get it, there's not that much filling in there. So most of the time it's just rice. But this one is really great, and this is one of the reasons why I love cooking at home, just because you get to choose whatever, like you can manipulate kind of certain elements of your food to make it like to your taste, right? So for example, for me, I want more protein in my meals, and I'm always gonna be trying my best when it comes to this channel to always be stuffing these with protein, right? So, oh man, the chicken is so, you could taste so much chicken in these. This is why I wanted to always make my own onigiri, because I wanted to stuff this with protein, which I did. And the furikake is really good as well, so. Man. Oh yeah. Just try this one out, guys. It's really good. Onigiri is eaten at a room temperature, but you can also heat these up. Oh, this one fell apart. You can also heat them up just fine. For these, when we meal prep it, what I would like, or the best way to kind of store this would be to freeze it in the freezer and then just microwave it so that the rice can stay fresh. Because if you put this in the fridge, it gets really dry and really pebbly, and it's really unpleasant, the texture of rice when you put it in the fridge. So don't dry it out. Make sure, or if you're gonna put it in a fridge, one thing you can do is you could put a damp paper towel over it and then microwave it, and then it'll steam the rice again. So that's another method you can use. But I just prefer to keep it simple and just put it in the freezer and just microwave it there. So this is the spicy tuna one, or the spicy kimchi tuna one. Oh yeah, this one's a winner. This one's definitely the winner. Man, this thing is stuffed with tuna. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. That's the way it is. Good. Oh, this one's way better than the chicken one. But they're both good. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys are liking these videos. I hope we're trying to bring the Asian food to light, and I hope you guys have seen that you can make Asian food healthy, and you can pack Asian food with a lot of protein as well. So that's kind of the goal with this channel. So if you guys do want to support, one way to do that is to buy the cookbook, or you can try out the recipes for yourself too. There's also an ebook in there as well that kind of goes over like all the things that you need to do in order to see your abs and to kind of lose the fat, or to shred down kind of. So I'll put the link in the description for the cookbook, and we would appreciate it if you guys gave us some ideas for some recipes. We're building a fan base and we're building an audience finally. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, guys. That's pretty crazy to me. I'm so thankful for you guys, really. So if you guys can give us some suggestions, we would love to do some videos for you guys. But yeah, you can also check out our blog. That's been doing really well for us these days as well. So make sure to go on there if you also want to show some support as well. So we'll see you guys on the next video. This was really delicious. I hope you guys try this out. And yeah, just let us know what you guys want to see next. So yeah, see you guys next time.